What it do, God? You're not live in the trap. Only place you can get real nigga interpretations for astrology, astronomy, and anything spiritual. You dig? And after a long hiatus, you know, you gotta mind me, Saturn returned in the 5th. Just had my motherfucking astro New Year. I got Libra in the 1st. So I've been kind of occupied, personal shit, you know what I'm saying? But today we got the solar eclipse in Scorpio. Now, if you don't know shit about solar eclipse period is just a time for like, it's not really much, what's the words I can think of? It's not too many other transits that's as dramatic and as powerful as eclipse is. So eclipse season is really a time for us to propel ourselves forward into something dramatically new. You get what I'm saying? So this could be a drastic start, or a drastic change to something to begin a new cycle or a new journey or something. You know what I'm saying? Towards something. You know, eclipses kind of deal with two powerful luminaries, the sun and the moon. So like a solar eclipse is like when the moon aligns perfectly, or semi, like, right, we got a partial eclipse right now. So if it was a full eclipse, that's when you at your peak power, like, you get what I'm saying? But a partial eclipse still powerful. So, you know, eclipse is when it's an eclipse between the earth and the sun through the moon. So this always take place during a new moon. But it's the energy, it can sort of feel like a super powerful new moon type shit. So it's like solar eclipses can bring like new beginnings, opportunities in a large scale way. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of like a new moon. New moon is always time to sow seeds for the future. But you know, because how these moon cycles work is it's a 6-month time frame. So like between the new moon and the full moon, 6 months. So whatever type of shit that you sowing, seeds that you planting during a new moon, in about 6 months, they're gonna start to come to fruition type shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, this is the same shit, but it's like, amp that shit up like 20-30 degrees. I mean, like 20-30%. And that's how much more power you got behind it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's just like a power up a little bit to the new moon. And with it going on in Scorpio, you know, wherever you got Scorpio in your house, that's where you here to transform. You know what I'm saying? That's where you here to look beneath the surface and get a little deeper than trap. You get what I'm saying? Like, so we're gonna be going through the houses, and I'm gonna be kind of letting you know, if you got the eclipse happening in. Well, I'm gonna be just a 2-part reading, because the eclipse is the sun and the moon both aspecting. So I'm gonna be doing what house you got the eclipse going in, and what house that you got the new moon in. You get what I'm saying? So it'll be 2 parts. So like I said, if I'm starting in the first house, you got the eclipse. I mean, you got the new moon happening in your first house, and you got the eclipse happening in your 7th house. So I'm gonna be breaking both of those energies down. On top of that, I'm also gonna be doing a slight numerology reading for sun signs during this eclipse season. And lastly, I'm gonna be doing a tarot pull with a tarot card, an oracle card, and a crystal card. All just how you can get your vibes right and stay on top of your shit this season. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna try to, do no extra long ass drawn out intro and shit, cause to be honest with you, I got 2K to play, all type of shit. So I'm trying to shoot through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no kizzy. I'm trying to shoot through this shit right quick. So, you know, let's get it popping. Let me look at my notes. If you got Scorpio in your first house, then this can help you. This can help pave the way towards significant individual changes in the coming weeks, even months type shit. So this is a time for like reinventing yourself on some personal shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might be a time for where you, like, you know what I'm saying, if you always wanted to cut your hair or do the big chop, or if you wanted to get a face tat or some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? This is a time for you to really reinvent yourself to where how you see fit, transform your appearance. If you a nigga who let's say you a motherfucker who never really took dressing serious, or you never really like was a sharp dresser, and you kind of want to change that notion about you. This might be a time where you redo your wardrobe. You start taking way more pride in what you wearing and your appearance to kind of change the narrative on, you know what I'm saying, on your freshness or not. If niggas think, well, you one of them fresh kids or not. You get what I'm saying? So for best results right now, you want to think about how to present yourself to others and greet the world, but you also want to focus on like changing personal habits in such a way to improve your confidence. So like I said, if that's dressing better, if that's getting a haircut, if that's trying to grow a beard out, if that's, you know what I'm saying, even if that's some shit like what's the word I'm looking for? Like even if that's not even on some cosmetic shit, even if that's on some the way you present yourself, you might be a motherfucker. Cause you got this shit aspect in your 7th house. So you might be a motherfucker who let your relationships kind of dictate your personal life. You get what I'm saying? To where you kind of bend and you kind of bend and fold to kind of fit in certain situations in relationships, to where this energy here could be, like I said, you ain't gotta do shit. But for you to have the best results, for you to get out of that, because if you doing that shit, more than 9 times out of 10, you probably wish you could be yourself more. You get what I'm saying? You probably wish you could put more of yourself on the forefront, but the environment or the people you got relationships with really don't cause for that shit. You get what I'm saying? So you want to concentrate on putting your best foot forward at this time for sure. But it's still new. With this new energy, it can originate from a feeling of being overlooked. Like I said, you could feel like you want to present yourself more. You want to have more of a presence. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could feel like you just want to have more of a presence out here. You get what I'm saying? You could definitely feel like you're not getting your fair shake in life because motherfuckers is overlooking you. You know what I'm saying? So circumstances can prop like a rethinking to your general attitude towards like new beginnings, bravery, your role as a leader, being independent, and like ways that you instinctively like defend yourself. Like you got to stand on your shit with this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with this eclipse happening in the first, bro, it's a whole new you. You get what I'm saying? In like 6 months, motherfuckers might be writing you long ass texts talking about, man, I don't know what happened. It seemed like a few months ago you just start being different and distancing yourself and blah. You gotta be like, you damn right, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you talking about? Of course I did that on purpose, nigga. Toodaloo, motherfucker, get the fuck on. Like, you ain't gotta beg motherfuckers to, like I said, you've been doing all this folding and bending and trying to fit yourself in these areas, into these relationships that really not for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, they really not for you. So, like I said, this could be a time where you can be braver, enjoy new experiences, but this also can be a time where you tendency to dig into, like, you can dig into your heel, like stand on your shit and like really be independent right now. You know what I'm saying? It can feel like loneliness sometimes with that first house energy, but you got to use that shit as self-sufficient. You get what I'm saying? So your independence is important for is necessary for growth right now. If you skip over this transit and you keep doing those same shit, you keep trying to fit into those boxes that you don't fit in, you bound to lose yourself. You get what I'm saying? You starting your astrological year off on the wrong fucking foot, Scorpio risings. Or Scorpio in the first house. Either way, your astrological new year is on the horizon. You starting your whole clock off wrong if you still trying to fit into other niggas' ideal of what you should be. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, you want to keep in mind that you could be feeling a little wiped out this time around eclipses before energy rebuilds. So you may consider that you may need a clean slate of inauthentic sources before you restock with general motivation. Like I said, this could be a time where you just feeling drained in your relationships, folks. Like, where motherfuckers around you, like, you shouldn't always feel overwhelmed, folks. That's not a feeling. I don't be feeling overwhelmed all day. I used to. You get what I'm saying? Until I started realizing no matter what I do, it'll never be enough for these niggas, because you give a nigga an inch, they'll take a mile, and they'll keep taking a mile until you ain't got no more miles left. And then when you done, they'll throw you out and talk shit about you like you ain't never done shit. So you might as well do shit for you. You get what I'm saying? So you'll be getting a lot of new attention, you know what I'm saying, with your new confidence as well. So taking the high road is vital. And what that means is you not trying to be vindictive. Don't come with that energy. Don't come with that, I have to cut everybody off. Don't get to make an IG post about how you had to cut everybody off and you starting fresh. Move in silence, folks. That's how you take the high road. Move in silence. Shut the fuck up. Like, nobody give a fuck. Don't, you taking the social media break, don't tweet, oh, I gotta take a couple months from Twitter. Nobody give a fuck, folks. Do your own shit. We don't give a fuck, my nigga. Like, so that's the best thing I can tell you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Take the high road. When I say take the high road, move your ass in silence. Real peace, move in silence like pneumonia, nigga. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing I can tell your ass. So like I said, when you moving like that, when you spiritually aligned, the universe gonna look out for you. If you making funny ass IG posts, sneak dissing, trying to make your old friends your ops when it really ain't ops, it's just y'all, you moving on to a new space, then the universe gonna fuck you up. You gonna think that you gonna have to reap what you sow. So if you putting out good seeds, you gonna have good plants. If you planting revengeful seeds, you gonna have revenge plants, and you don't want that. So a couple key like I said, a couple possible changes during this eclipse. Like I said, this will really gonna be from the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Or eclipses can really be to the next eclipse. This next eclipse. You know what I'm saying? But you can have like a new lease on life, high powers of attraction, breaking out of your own, like a new look and expression, on independence. You get what I'm saying? Now, I got another some other notes right here. Hold on, I gotta dive into. Now, like I said, I'm trying to see if I double noted. Oh, that was for the first house. So, if you got the new moon in your first house, that means you got the eclipse happening in your 7th house. You get what I'm saying? Now, out the gate, we know 7th house, that's about, relationships, shit like that, right? So, you could be acting unusual or breaking out the norm, but like I said, that's how it's gonna look to your relationships. You get what I'm saying? You doing the work in your first house, now it's gonna look in your relationships like, oh, that nigga acting unusual, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that shit looking like, damn. Every time I used to call you at 2 a.m. to vent about some bullshit or drunk or some shit, you would always answer the phone. I done called this nigga for a week, now he not answering. What's going on? That's unusual. Why you acting fugazi? You get what I'm saying? Like, but what you need to use is you can use Uranus to find new ways to overcome your challenges. And right now, what your challenges is in the first is breaking out of your norms and putting your personality more on the forefront. So you can find unusual ways or rebellious ways to do that. You get what I'm saying? And to motherfuckers in your immediate surroundings, your relationships, it's gonna look like you acting different. But like I said, if you in a whole bunch of relationships that ain't serving you, that you really gotta twist and turn to fit into these boxes. You get what I'm saying? If you gotta twist and turn to hop into these boxes, then it really ain't for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, it really ain't the spot for you. So you need to make spaces that's more for you. And if a motherfucker still want to be cool, y'all can. They can be. You get what I'm saying? But it need to be a place where you can fit in. You get what I'm saying? Now, the tarot card I pulled for the moon, for the Scorpio risings or Scorpio in the first house was the 6 of Cups. Now, we know the 6th energy in tarot, that's all about harmony, cooperation, and like healing. So like, 5s in tarot, that's a difficult transit. So 6s mean like a time for healing and recuperation. But this also can mean that your material world, your spiritual world are in balance. So you can expect to experience calm and ease in this arena. But with the 6 of Cups, we know the Cups energy, that's all about water. We know water, that's all about deep connection, feelings, intuition, emotional aptitude, shit like that. So we know the Six of Cups is basically getting a hold on your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Building cooperation between your emotional self and your physical self. Like I said, you probably been feeling like you can't be yourself in relationships. You probably been feeling like you can't fit in these spaces that you put yourself in. So this is a time where your mind and your body come make as one. So that you already had them ideas. Now it's time for your physical body to actually put that shit in play and put more of your persona on the front. I ain't finna go all day on you with that one, because that's just self-explanatory. Oracle card I pulled was the cat. Moon totem, which says make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being and connect to the medical physical world around you. Which, nigga, if that's the exact same thing as the Six of Cups. I pull these oracle cards to drive home points. You know what I'm saying? I don't pull them to get nothing out, because I know what I'm getting out when I pull the tarot anyways. When I pull the tarot, I already know what I'm getting out. I pull the oracle cards to further drive home the point. That cat card is doing that exact thing. You putting your physical and your mental together to put yourself in better positions to grow this season. You get what I'm saying? Now, what stone you probably need to go out here and get for this eclipse season is the carnelian, which you could position this stone near any door in your home, and it will invoke protection as well as inviting positive energy into your space. So the carnelian is known to stimulate your metabolism and promote healing. This powerful healing power can also cleanse other stones. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, this stone perfect because not only is you cleansing your spiritual space, you can cleanse your physical space as well, including your home. You get what I'm saying? Because that's where shit started. So you don't want to sit here and fix yourself, but your home's still chaotic. You get what I'm saying? You can't be a motherfucker who, okay, now I'm putting myself more in the forefront, but I still got everything in my house is still totems of other people. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't even like watching TV like that, but yet I got a big 70-inch TV because me and my friends all usually come over here and watch TV. I don't even drink liquor, but I got all this liquor in the cabinet because we used to get together and have, parties and shit like that. And now I got the liquor just sitting here. It's time for you to clean some of that shit out. You get what I'm saying? This stone can help you do that shit spiritually, on a spiritual level, on an astrological level, as well as you doing that shit physical already. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you are, moving to the Scorpio suns. If you're a Scorpio sun, during this eclipse season, what you want to try to be is you want to be in that one energy, because now in a new moon, we want to try to lean into the energy that it is, because it's lacking. So if you lean into the energy that the new moon is in, you can have, rewarding results. You get what I'm saying? So for you Scorpio suns, y'all want to use that one inner numerology energy, which is being self-sufficient. And instead of treating it as loneliness, you treat that shit as building independence. You get what I'm saying? So some keywords is like individuality, selfishness in a good way. Because people always say selfish and you say things that's bad, but sometimes you need to be selfish. You get what I'm saying? You can't help nobody till you help your damn self. So in certain instances, you need to be selfish. You get what I'm saying? At certain standpoints, you need to put yourself first. And this is the type of energy that the Scorpios need to lean into this eclipse season. And you're gonna say it's gonna reward masterful results for you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now, this has been Scorpio in the first house. This has been Scorpio in the first house or a Scorpio suns. Okay, now if you got Scorpio in the second house, if you got Scorpio going on in your second house, then this is for you here. Now, you probably Libra rising or Libra in the first house. So with this second house, it's going through your house of values. You get what I'm saying? It's going through your house of resources, shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So in the next coming weeks, you could have be making important decisions dealing with like your values or like finances, shit like that. Now, I always say in modern times, this second house boils down to money or finances, period. But it's really more so about values. And if you're in your spiritual past, then your whatever you spend your finances on, or however you make your finances, should echo your values. You get what I'm saying? So, or another level, there's really a time for like establishing yourself, or like discovering and developing your natural talents and personal resources. You get what I'm saying? This is a time where you really kind of you could be finding your footing. You know what I'm saying? Almost like, but when I say this, I'm really not meaning in certain terms of money. I'm trying to separate that shit, because honestly, this could be a time where you really, because your second house is where you set your chart up. A lot of motherfuckers don't know. Like, it's a whole system of how we go around this motherfucker. But your second house is really how you get to your career and how people perceive you. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times, because your second house is about what shit that we value. Shit that you value turns into shit that you work for. Sixth house. Shit that you work for end up being what you perceived of, or your career. 10th house. That's the cycle. So setting good seeds here, really bless you on the back end with that 10th house shit. You get what I'm saying? So like, this may be a time where you having financial hardships. I ain't gonna cap. This could be a time where you feeling like unworthy, or it's time to like reassess your money, or your money issues, but like I said, you wanna separate your finances and your values, because this could be a time where you know what I'm saying, doing something magical, you know what I'm saying, with your values, and reassessing them and setting them back up. But this could be a time where it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, your personal issues on the money could be coming to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to really tie your emotion. You don't want to get emotionally attached to your financial situation. So you got to realize that value is way more than just paper money. You know what I'm saying? So like, your financial status, like I said, or income are subject to improvements or new beginnings, but it's kind of like down the line. You get what I'm saying? Now, you want to set realistic money goals, as well as formulating such things as like budgets, sensible financial plans. Like, you want to know how to get your money straight. You get what I'm saying? Well, like I said, this could be a time where in the future you could be quadrupling your income by setting the right values. And when I say quadrupling, I don't mean like no magic, like ta-da, whoop-de-doo, abracadabra. I mean magic consists of a form. If you set the right values, like I said, when you get to that sixth house, you will put in way more work than, because sixth house is like your day-to-day mundane work, like the shit that you do in your day job. And if your values is right, even if you got a day job that's not aligned with you spiritually, you'll be using that job, you'll be using the fuck out that job, like Dolo said, you'll be using that motherfucker like a bitch, literally, to get to where you need to be. Every job I done had been a means to the end. Sometimes I get a job just to get a car. Sometimes I get a job just to stack up for a couple months. Sometimes I get a job just to get this, just to get that, just to get one item. You know what I'm saying? And once I get that item, that job is expendable. Now, when like I said, when your values align, you'll be working way harder. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're doing a job you don't like with that sixth house, you'll be putting in the hours, because you know that that it's gonna contribute to some shit that you value, and then you can really make that your career and how people see you in your 10th house. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, this could be a time where you really could be improving your financial situation down the line by the time you get to like when sun get in your 10th house, when sun next summer. Like if you put your values together right now, next summer you'll be that nigga for sure. No Kizerton. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's also a beautiful time for like tactical or comforting activities that help you feel more grounded and connected to like who you are. You get what I'm saying? Now, yeah, I will get into Venus, but I'm not ready to get into Venus right now. But we're going to leave it there for the second house. Now, if you got Scorpio in your second house, that means you got, if you got the new moon going on in your second house, that means you got the eclipse happening in your 8th house, which is Taurus. So like, this the energy that's like, I don't want to say it's like sugar daddy energy, but it's more so like if you in a relationship, this could be a power shift financially. So if you the breadwinner, it could be a power shift to where, like I said, you reassessing your values, you reshuffling around what's important to you, and that could come with, you know, some financial backtracking. That shit can come with, you know, that shit can come with some shit where, you know what I'm saying, you taking a few steps back financially. So it's like, or vice versa. But more than likely, it's going to be you taking a step back financially. And you're going to have to learn that control is really an illusion, bro. Like, it's only so much you can control. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why putting yourself in spiritual alignment is so important, because a lot of these energies that be at play is so much bigger than us. And the people that be playing with them got so much more paper. You wonder what billionaires do all day. Billionaires pay niggas to do $100 million research to prove that some spiritual shit is right, science-wise. All billionaires act like Dr. Doom, folks. If you don't know Marvel, Dr. Doom is a nigga who mastered the sciences and magic and mixed them together to become like the most powerful villain. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what billionaires is. Every billionaire act like Dr. Doom, folks. All these niggas do is pay science niggas to prove some astrological or some spiritual shit. And you know what I'm saying? And they mix the two. So then they use that shit to place themselves, you know what I'm saying, in higher realms. You know what I'm saying? Not figuratively. I'm just talking about like higher positions of power on earth. So your full moon ritual ain't got shit on their full moon ritual. That's why they sacrificing kids and doing all type of shit. And that's because that shit go way beyond what you think. You can't even fathom the type of shit that these billionaires got going on with this astrology shit. So like when I say that to say you control is really an issue. I mean, illusion. So you got to be okay with giving up some power to gain power in other sectors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really understand, like, okay, this may be a time where I'm not the most up nigga, but I got some people around me that want to support where I'm going. You might be a motherfucker who like, damn, I want to go vegan, but I don't get food stamps. So let's say you're in a relationship and you want to go vegan or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And even if your partner not also going vegan, even though they should be, if they all in a relationship, but neither here nor there. This could be access to where you got, let's say y'all in a relationship to where y'all ain't living together yet. So y'all in that phase and you want to go vegan. So you gotta, you know, vegan food costs more. Vegan food costs more, go out quick, it expire quicker, all type of shit. So when you go into that transitional phase, you could lose a lot of money figuring out shit that you like, shit that you don't like, wasting money. And you could be taking a step back financially, but you could have a motherfucking relationship who is there to support you. They may not be vegan, they may not be there, but they like, all right, I got you. You need help on some bills and shit because you're doing vegan. I respect you trying to get your body straight. Let me give you some resources. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Now, you got Saturn square here, so you could be realizing that experiences are really what's important. Like, start appreciating the journey. You get what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, you gotta realize that value ain't just paper money. And when you start realizing that and start understanding your value, you're gonna start understanding, for example, when I mean that the experiences are really what's important in life, I mean, like, you can win a championship. I'm a nigga who used to hoop, so I done won plenty of championships. But if I talk to somebody I used to play on a team when we won the shit, we really don't even be talking about the actual championship itself or the championship game like that. We be talking about the journey and the practices and the games leading up and just the experience we had leading up to that championship. The experience, I could lose the trophy, but I never lose the experience. You get what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta value that shit. Don't value the material thing you get at the end of it. Value the shit that you going through. And once you do that, everything will seem like roses to you. Because you enjoying every step of this process. Even when you go through small trials and tribulations, it'll be a point where shit don't really faze you because you appreciate learning. You appreciate the hard lesson. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's really what we're looking for. You know, with the second house. The Oracle card I pulled was the Universe card. which is basically the last major arcana card in the tarot deck. And the universe or the world card, that card is all about exactly what I just said, looking back on a journey. Giving yourself a little, being proud of yourself, looking back at everything you accomplished and being proud of yourself. But like I said, being proud of the journey. The universe card, I really don't, the definition of it is exactly what's going on in the second house already. You can go look it up yourself, the universe or the world card. And it's going to tell you exactly the same shit I just told you with this second house, with your Scorpio in the second house. So it resonates extremely perfect. Now, also the oracle card I pulled was the blue moon card, which says, now is a powerful time to set long-term goals and associates for the future, bro. And the shit give me chills, folks, because it's like, I'm so on point with this shit, my nigga. These cards all just drive home the same point, bro. You can't run from the grind, folks. You can't. You can't run from this shit. You get what I'm saying? And like, what's crazy is this my placement. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know for real, for real. Like, I currently got this transit. This for me. You get what I'm saying? So I understand it thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? So with that universe card and that blue moon card, it's really a time for you to look back on your past experience and, you know what I'm saying, and be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful you had that experience, but you also, you know what I'm saying, with this eclipse, when you reassessing your values and you getting yourself more on your spiritual path, you putting yourself in positions to be even better. You get what I'm saying? Like, every year you get another chance to grow, bro. Like, you get another chance to improve. Like, I'm a Virgo rising, so like, I may feel like that. I get giddy over improving and like building up yourself and shit. But everybody should feel like that to a certain degree, because you know it's beauty in transitions and growth. You get what I'm saying? So like, you gotta appreciate that shit. You gotta really sit here and like not be too harsh on yourself when you're going through these transitions. A lot of people like to fall into depression and shit like that. That's why you gotta really be in your spiritual path. You gotta really be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Astrologically, because if you're not, then a lot of these bigger influences tear your ass apart, man. Like, now the fucking crystal card I pulled was, let me see if I can pronounce this right, man. These crystals cards is crazy, folks. Antipholite. Man, this stone is pretty much, it connects to your solar plexus and your root chakra. So this explains why this stone makes you feel safe, secure, and protected. So the energy that radiates from this motherfucker really makes you aware of what's really important in life, and helps you let go of those lesser desires. You get what I'm saying? Like, so this card is really how you get to your root chakra, your root chakra and your solar plexus. Those two chakras is really, you know what I'm saying, the base of where you start. You know, when you had like everybody come from our reproductive organs, which are in the root chakra. So that's where you start from. So like that stone is probably the best way to give you some grounded energy and to have you start, you know what I'm saying, kind of eliminate the shit that ain't really serving you spiritually, that's not really for you, and understanding and appreciating and being, like I said, being grateful to what is for you and what is around you and what you can do. You get what I'm saying? So like, this card is like perfect for that. You get what I'm saying? So, and if you're a Libra sun, moving on to the suns, you're a Libra sun here, the numerology you want to use during this eclipse season is that 2 energy. Now, there's 2 energy. This is killing them with kindness. This is the energy of letting an overly aggressive or overly volatile motherfucker burn theyself out so you win by default. It's the rope-a-dope method. So if you a Libra sun, this is a time for you to, you know, be a little passive. Let them niggas burn themselves and let them niggas burn their own bridge. And then you could just, you know, simply boat across. You know what I'm saying? Just, if motherfucker, when niggas go low, you go high type energy. And watch how the universe plays shit out and push shit in front of you, you know what I'm saying, in a rewarding manner. You know what I'm saying, when you move like that. You know what I'm saying? Now that has been, this was a Libra in the second house. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Libra in the second house, Scorpio in the second house. And Scorpio in the second house, so Libra risings or Libra suns. Okay, so if you got Scorpio in the 3rd house, either got Virgo rising or Virgo in the 1st house. So, you know, the 3rd house is all about local community, surroundings, siblings, close friends, people you could be bored with, communication, local travel, cars, shit like that. So during this solar eclipse here, during this new moon here, you could be releasing certain ways of communication. You will definitely need to separate your value or how you see yourself from social media, or stop equating your value to your content. So if you're a person who make content or like post an IG pic and you only get 100 likes or only get 50 likes, so now you feel like you ugly, you gotta stop doing it. You gotta separate social media from real life. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, it's definitely it's a time to prop up and improve your communications so you can release old bad communication habits. Vital for making new contacts, learning new things, expressing yourself in new ways through different channels. You could find you're becoming more effective at developing mental rapport with others. It's also becoming easier to connect and kind of get around. Like I said, this could be a time where you get a new car or you get your car fixed so it's driving like new, shit like that. So this could be a time where like some news can steer you inside a new direction, or you could have like a certain areas to take course on a new project. You get what I'm saying? The months ahead could really be good for like learning, making contacts, getting in touch, using the power of communication to get your goals forward. Now you also got trine in Mars right now, so certain ways that you have certain unhealthy ways you got with relating to like your surroundings, your local community, siblings, people you board with, close friends and family, shit like that. This could be a time where you really like let's say you got the hood. You live in a neighborhood where everybody always popping at your crib when you cook. Like everybody see you when you cook and everybody pop up and get a plate. But let's say one day you need fucking $20 for something, or you know what I'm saying. Let's say you forgot your card and you need $20 for something. Everybody who come get a plate and nobody got $20 for you. You get what I'm saying? So this could be a time where you like kind of releasing that shit. Like you kind of stepping back. Like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? I see, I don't mean that much with these niggas, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? As you seeing that, you start to move differently, you get what I'm saying? So, and with the car, you could have a car that's fucking up, or you could have a car like that break or stop working. It leads to you getting some new transportation. That could be the new thing, like I said, type shit. Or your car, you have a minor issue with your car where it don't start and you get it fixed and now it's driving better than ever type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of energy. So now if you got the new moon happening in your third house, you got the eclipse aspect in your ninth house. So this could be illuminating like the big picture. This also could be shaking up your spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be a time where you don't want to get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? So like, you don't want to be a nigga who getting more readings than living. There's no reason you should be getting a reading every month. That should be something that's like quarterly, once a year, something like that, because you just want to get a roadmap and then you kind of can go on your own shit. If you a nigga who getting a reading, or if you always, you shouldn't be tapping in for every fucking spiritual reading that a nigga doing. Like, you tapping in for Venus and Virgo and Sun and this, and every day you don't need to be watching astrology videos every day, my nigga. You get what I'm saying? At some point, shit gotta start clicking to where you don't need the astrology video. You can actually work your astrology and shit in real life. If that ain't happening for you, then you going down the wrong path. Maybe this shit ain't for you. This is like with the eclipse going through your ninth house, you gotta make sure you don't get lost in the sauce, bro. Like, you need to take a step back from sometimes from spirituality and live your goddamn life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that just is what it is. I'm a nigga making an astrology video right now. If that means you need to take this motherfucking video off and go outside and fucking lay in the grass or some shit, nigga, go do that shit, bum ass nigga. Fuck is you sitting here getting 800 readings for? You shouldn't be. The fuck? Like, you tripping. And it be a lot of bitches out here and niggas out here that do that type of shit. Why the fuck you in every astrologist comments trying to see what sun in a third house mean? Bitch, if you don't go Google that shit, take that shit, and use that information as a roadmap and guide yourself around it, nigga. Not live yourself according to your chart. Use your chart to cheat code. You use your chart to get, you know what I'm saying, to see understand the energies that you already got on you. This shit in you, really. The energies that you already got in you, not on you. That's what you look at your chart for, and then you work around it. That's the one thing I like about Vedic astrology, is them niggas don't sit in sorrow. Them niggas got remedies for every little placement that they got that they think is negative. They got, oh, here go a remedy for Saturn and this, and here go a remedy for that. Remedies gotta be working too. Shout out Vedic, man. I don't use it, but if them niggas don't be wrong, them niggas just be with the wrong placement, but them niggas don't be wrong in the information that they give. You get what I'm saying? So, card I pulled was, what's the card I pulled? Queen of Swords. So, you know, third house all about your mental capacity. It's the house of Gemini, I believe. So it's like, yeah, it is. I'll be high, but it's the house of Gemini, I believe. It's the house of Mercury. So with that being said, with the Queen of Swords, the Queen card, you know, Queen, that's all about nurturing, bringing shit into creation. And Swords, that's all about mental capacity, ideas, thoughts, communication. So, you know, Queen of Swords, it's all about having your own mind, having your own ideas, coming up with your own thought process. You get what I'm saying? Being able to be open to interpretation, but really at the end of the day, you creating your own thoughts and ideas and thought patterns and shit. You're not really being regulated by nobody else. And then once you break up into creation, then you nurture those motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? So in brass tacks, that book, when you see Queen of Swords, you just know that's the card of, you see if it's upright, that's the card of having your own mind. You get what I'm saying? So with this new moon in your third house and this eclipse in your ninth house, like I said, this is what this Queen of Swords is telling you. Have your own mind. Don't be no slave to these astrology readings, bro. Don't be a slave to your chart. Don't be a slave to that shit, bro. But also don't be a slave to, like I said, social media. Don't be a slave to how people perceive you. Have your own mind. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers may see you, for example, I'm vegan. And every time I tell people that, they look at me with their nose up like I'm some type of bitch-ass vegan that just eat soy this and tofu this and all type of lettuce sandwiches and shit. And I don't let that shit define me. Every time I tell people I'm vegan, I always tell them with the same shit, bro. I'm not white vegan. I'm real nigga vegan. I'm busting down Rotel. I'm busting down taco salad. I'm busting down motherfucking Crunch Wrap Supremes. Like the shit I'm on different. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not your daddy vegan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a different type of vegan, but I got my own mind. I don't let these niggas' perception of me affect me. I laugh. I think it's funny because, you know what I'm saying? I think for them, it's they lost because for them, they think that it's that. It's just like somebody who don't make music probably think it's impossible to get your music on Apple Music when it's very simple. You get what I'm saying? But you got to have your own mind. You get what I'm saying? Card I pulled was the new moon card, which is the time is right for seeking new opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That's just obvious. You get what I'm saying? When you take a step back and start creating your own mind and start having your own way of thinking, your own mental processes, you creating abundance of new opportunities for yourself. Crystal I pulled was the strumulite card, which is an ancient stone that reaches deep down, activates your root chakra. So the strumulite is one of the Earth's oldest stones and holds the power to fulfill all your goals. So used with daily meditation, this can help you reach back and can reconnect with Mother Earth and nature and shit. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, this card is all about taking your ass outside and going and lay in the grass and stop watching these astrology videos. Cut this shit off right now, pimp. Actually, chill out. You don't need to watch no more. Don't be watching for all other signs. Just get the fuck out right now. Cancel, delete. Get up out of there. Like, I don't need the view. Trust me, I'm gonna be blowing a za forever. I don't need the view, pimp. But he like, on the G, I do not. So like, thank you, but no thank you. Go lay in the grass, folks. You fucking bozo. Like, go lay in the grass, bro. Like, you niggas tripping. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate them type of people. Not saying whoever watching this, y'all be in that shit. Hopefully, if you tapping in with me, you more on your spiritual path. But niggas who live their life through astrology give us a bad rap, so it irritates me bad because a motherfucker tell, like, when people be making like little tropes and they be saying shit like, oh, people be blaming being a shitty person or being a Cancer, like, no, you're just a terrible person. It's like, yeah, that is true to an extent, but that's so cookie cutter astrology that you moving like that make all of us look bad. So like, it just annoys me. You know what I'm saying? Now moving on, your Virgo sun energy you need to be in is 3, the 3 energy. You get what I'm saying? Because that's you 3 houses away from the new moon. You get what I'm saying? So with the 3 energy, that's all about hard lessons, creating wisdom over time, and also using your surroundings or your point of view to see behind and get the truer story. So if you're a Virgo sun here, you already know how to be critical and do these things. So if you can, like I said, with the 3 energies all about like know it all. So it's the energy of like thinking you know everything, and you fuck around and find out you don't. Like, so to kind of move around, you don't want to do that per se, but you want to use the essence of that. So the 3 is like basically the essence of that. What I just said is hard lessons creating wisdom over time. So you want to use hard lessons that you've experienced in your life to create wisdom and use them to put you ahead during this eclipse season if you're a Virgo sun. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's pretty much it for Virgo suns and Virgo risings. Okay, so if you got Scorpio in the 4th house, then you probably a Leo rising or got Leo in the 1st. So with Leo placements like that, the solar eclipse gonna be way more daunting on you than a regular nigga. So like out the gate, I'm gonna tell you right now, you wanna take a step back. So this whole whatever I'm finna say is whatever I'm finna say. But before you even get into anything that I'm about to say, you gotta take a couple of days off. Just take it light for like 2-3 days. Just chill. You know what I'm saying? Like the days surrounding these next couple of days, today and the next couple of days. Just take it easy a little bit. You gotta upsell before jumping into action. You know what I'm saying? But the eclipse can clear the way for new beginnings, are particularly related to like your personal life or living conditions or arrangements of your home. So it's time to assess what's been holding you back from thriving, mainly related to your career, your home life, because that's where the sectors is at. This is like all about finding that work-home life balance, and it's probably, you know what I'm saying, you're probably gonna have a whole new understanding of work and home life. You know what I'm saying? You might have been neglecting one or neglecting both. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, the focus is taking charge of your home life, attention to matters of security, safety, and connecting with the family and your own emotions. So it can serve as a cosmic nudge to find like your roots, know their worth, build some security. some sense of security type shit, and focus on like building your support system. So like you can really make in the next coming weeks, you can make ideal long range plans for the future for any type of reorganizing or even remodeling a home or home environment or family related activities. So there could be a need or desire for you to put your personal life first now. So changes could be at a foot. So you're in an excellent position to start fresh and take charge with that shit. So things could be coming to the surface with home and family, like I said. That could be good or bad. Either way, it could be creating a new, it could be whatever, either good or bad, they're gonna thrust you into a new beginning in that sector. You got what I'm saying? Now, if you got the new moon in the 4th house, that means you got the eclipse happening in your 10th house about career, how people perceive you, shit like that. So with that, you're gonna be really thrust into your career persona, which could, with Saturn in your 7th house right now, that could really put a strain and put a little strain and restriction on your relationships because you're so focused with your home and your family life for now. That might be all you got time for. So you might feel restricted in your personal relationships because all you do is work and go home. All you do is work and career. All you do is career and home, career and home, career and home, because that's all you got time for right now. And like I said, this is just a transit, but for the next year, it might be less friends, less going out, and more focusing on your career, on your home life, building those 2 sectors up so you can have the luxury of building up your personal friendships. You get what I'm saying? So Uranus is bringing like new opportunities with career. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, something could be happening with your old job or at your home life that can thrust you into new career opportunities. You get what I'm saying? So that's basically what that energy is talking about here. Oracle card I pulled was Queen of Cups. Now I just talked about the Queen energy. That's all about nurturing, bringing shit into creation, shit like that. Cups energy, that's all about water, emotions, intuition, feelings, shit like that. With the Queen of Cups, this is being emotionally adept. This is having your emotions intact, and not only for yourself, but being able to nurture other people's emotions and be able to get other people emotionally to where you are at after you've reached a certain point. After you've reached the pinnacle emotionally to where you can control your emotions, you have total autonomy over the shit. Now it's time to help out other people who may not quite be there. It's that Queen of Cups type of energy. And that's what and it's the Queen. Why it's here is because it might be time for you to step up in the household and get everybody's shit together. You get what I'm saying? Like emotionally. It might be time for you to sit everybody down and let everybody know, okay, this is how it's gonna go. This is my new work schedule. When I come home, we doing family fun night on Fridays. Sundays, we watching movies as a family. We got kids doing activities. Me and moms, we hitting the gym. Everybody on new regimens. We remodeling the basement and making it a family fun zone. Just that type of energy. Where you stepping up and you getting everybody mental clarity together. You telling everybody when to meditate and how to emotionally react to shit. You get what I'm saying? Oracle card I pulled was Moon and Taurus. Says now is a time for focusing on financial and practical matters. I couldn't explain you more. The financial matters is your career, your 10th house. How people see you, what you do for a living. Your 4th house, the practical matters is your 4th house. What's practical? What's your home life? It's time the only two things. In a Taurus, the Moon and Taurus is very stubborn. Them the only two things that need to be on your mind right now is career and home. Once you get those two sectors together, everything else can fall in line. The friends that's still around after your home and careers together is the friends you want to be around. Now, the crystal card I pulled was a Veracite, which is a rare stone that comes in many different shades of green. So place this under your pillow at night. Use with daily meditation. This stone can bring peace to one's mind. It can calm racing thoughts that keep you awake at night. Best used as jewelry or just hold over your third eye to look at past lives. So like I said, this is a good stone to keep you balanced at night. A lot of times when you're dealing with home and family, one thing that you definitely need is rest. Can't be oversaid. You know what I'm saying? If you ever had multiple kids in the household, you know the best time is when them motherfuckers go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's the best time. If you ain't got no bedtime, in your household, this that stone that'll get it there. You get what I'm saying? Put this stone in your bed and go lay down and watch a lame ass show or something. You'll be sleeping 10 minutes. Yeah, Veracite. You get what I'm saying? Put that shit under your pillow or hold it over your third eye to kind of get a glimpse into shit that you've already mastered or ways that you've already got your household together to give you new ideas on how to do it in this one. You get what I'm saying? Now, hold on, because I think okay. So if you're a Leo sun here, Leo sons, y'all niggas also still want to take it easy. But if you're a Leo sun here, you want to use the numerology 4 energy during this eclipse season. And that's using your conviction or grounded mentality to build an esoteric shield, which means stand 10 toes down in whatever beliefs that you got right now. However you feeling, whatever's in your gut, stand on that shit. Stand on that shit. Don't let nobody change your mind on that shit. Be stubborn with the fact of it. Be firm in your convictions. You know, 4 is that grounded energy. Put 4 progs down and stand 10 toes down, and the universe is gonna put you in rewarding situations when you got your mind in that energy. You get what I'm saying? And that's what we're looking like if you got a Leo in the first house or Leo rising, or if you're a Leo. Okay, so now if you got Cancer rising or Cancer in the first house, that means you got the new moon happening in your 5th house. So you know, this happens in your sector of like romance, creative self-expression, recreation, children, childlike hobbies. You get what I'm saying? So, events happening now in the coming weeks can set you up for new beginnings in one or more areas of one or more areas of life that I just named. So the eclipse kind of set up a theme here. Like, it's kind of like, yo, dating life is kind of highlighted. You know what I'm saying? So like, also any type of like celebratory, playful shit that you do for fun endeavors. You are especially aware of your need for feedback from others during this period. So deriving pleasure from ways your creativity impacts the world around you. It's kind of like that Leo energy. Kind of, you want to be praised a little bit here. It could be a passionate time for you, and a time for you to feel especially motivated or even driven to like share yourself or your creations with the world. But like I said, you want applause for them too. So like it's really a magical time for like you to pursue your own joy type shit. So like it could be a new beginning or approach regarding love, romance, creativity, that type of shit. But this new moon really about starting fresh. But with the eclipse, when the eclipse happens, we still symbiotically we still in the dark. So like as such, the first days following the eclipse are suitable for paying attention to news coming in and feelings emerging, but taking new action should wait. So energy levels can plummet initially, and then they're likely to rebuild slowly but surely later. Like, so it's like feeling empty, but like I said, empty in a good way, because when you empty, you can build yourself up the way you want to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, also you want to, with this kind of with this placement here, you want to kind of like purge, have a new romance to your dating life, or purge old dating habits. When I say that, I mean like you got to look in the mirror at yourself. Like, a lot of times people be fucking with people as self-sabotage. So you want to watch out for that. Like, you could be killing your own joy here by the people that you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? So like, maybe a reevaluation of your dating standards. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example, but like, let's say you used to have a mama that was always yelling and arguing with you and shit. So now you like subconsciously you fucking with bitches who always bring in drama and shit. And that could be like a self-sabotage thing. That could be you going to fuck with bitches. You like spicy hoes. You get what I'm saying? So like, that could be you going out there and doing that shit. And that could not be healthy for you. So this could be a time where you gotta look in the mirror, look at the culprit, and see where you can do better at. You get what I'm saying? So like, this could be a start to like a new creative endeavor too. To where, like I said, being able to look in the mirror and figure out the culprit and figure out where you going wrong where you going wrong with expressing yourself. The fifth house is all about self-expression. So you could be, you know what I'm saying, reevaluating how you express yourself, and this could lead you to new creative endeavors that, you know what I'm saying, you didn't previously know that you could do. You know what I'm saying? So you also want to release certain toxic habits that you just think is fun. So like, if you're a motherfucker who drink every day, but let's say you're not an alcoholic, because this, you know, there's levels to this AA shit. You know, you got motherfuckers who drink every day, but they don't get drunk every day. They just drink every day. And that's like, that could be a toxic habit. Like, you still fucking up your body. You get what I'm saying? You still fucking up your body or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And it could be a toxic trait that you find fun. You like when you get drunk. You like how it make you feel saucy, all that type of shit. But you could be you harming your kidneys, you harming your body, you harming your spiritual nature by getting outside your body that often. You get what I'm saying? To where if 5 times out of 10 you not in full control of your body, your physical self, then you really not. You know what I'm saying? You really not you. It's really somebody else doing that shit. It's really the liquor who controlling you. You get what I'm saying? So you kind of want to release those type of things. You know what I'm saying? You could really love to smoke cigarettes because they feel like they bring the stress off, but maybe figure out which herbs you can smoke to kind of reduce that. You know what I'm saying? Or stop smoking store-bought cigarettes and start rolling your own tobacco. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different ways you can do shit to find different results. You get what I'm saying? So if you got the new moon happening in your 5th house, that means you got the eclipse happening in your 11th house, which could be illuminating on the future. You also could be wanting to be more of an activist. You get what I'm saying? 11th house is the house of Aquarius and community and shit, like, and house of Uranus, which is like rebellion. So you could be finding yourself like having more of an activist role. If you're a motherfucker who feel like niggas need to be voting, you might go join a voting committee or start working for the city and start pushing that shit. You get what I'm saying? You might be you might be thinking about the future so much that you actively want to have a role in changing. You get what I'm saying? So you also could be ending old friendships that you've outgrown, but Uranus could be pushing Uranus here because Uranus is home here, so that motherfucker feeling itself. Uranus here could be burning out old relationships, but you could be finding it could be pushing you towards weirder situations that's making you find your tribe. So you may be a nigga who fucking play The Sims all day, and all your niggas might play 2K, and you like, damn, man, I really like playing The Sims. So you might get on Reddit thinking that you the only nigga in the world play Sims. You get on Reddit, and there's plenty of niggas that look just like you that play Sims, and now you can add them, and you can all do this type of shit. Now you can enjoy with yourself playing the game. That's the type of energy that the Uranus is here pushing you towards finding your tribe. You get what I'm saying? Card I pulled, oracle card I pulled was the Chariot card, which I have a video on the Chariot card on my YouTube if you want to check it out. It explains a lot better than this because I get in my bag. But the Chariot card is all about, it's the last card of the first 7 arcana card, major arcana cards. And it's about thrusting yourself, it's about using perseverance and hard work to thrust yourself into new opportunities and new things, like I said. And that's all of this, like I said, the eclipse energy is all about something dramatic shit happening and thrusting us into something that's new beginnings, new opportunities, new life. You know what I'm saying? So the Chariot card is all about using perseverance and hard work to thrust yourself into somewhere new. You're using the Chariot to thrust yourself in a ride to new beginnings, to new horizons, shit like that. So like I said, that's resonating right here because with your self-expression, like I said, even with the new moon in the 5th, it could be situations to where you looking in the mirror and like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I always did want to do graphic design, but like, you know, all my niggas rap, so I would end up doing rap. And you end up looking in the mirror, realizing you hate me doing music, and you start doing graphic design, and you open up a whole new creative expression for yourself, and it could be very lucrative in the future. You get what I'm saying? So, card I pulled was the Cow card, which also is talking about a new beginning or even a new life may be blossoming, which resonates with the Chariot card. Like I said, through perseverance, hard work, looking in the mirror, putting in the emotional work that you got to do, you could be building yourself new esoteric beginnings. You get what I'm saying? Card I pulled was the Sunstone. I mean, a crystal card I pulled was the Sunstone, which says, this stone will give you light in times of darkness. Remember, I told you during this eclipse season, it can get a little murky. That's why you want to kind of play it cool, play it coy during the first couple of days and let your emotional energy build up. Now, this stone here, the Sunstone, can help lead you to a better emotional state during this time. So you can feel its healing power warming your spiritual self just like the sun in the sky. The Sunstone can energize your immune system and kickstart natural healing. So, like I said, you use this stone to kind of always have the sun on you. It's like having a little mini sun on you. You get what I'm saying? So it'll help you express yourself. The 5th house is all about, it's the house of Leo, the house of sun. That's why the Sunstone popped out. It's the house of expression yourself, self-expression. So this Sunstone to help you drive home new ways to express yourself. Now, if you got new moon in the 5th house, that means you probably a Cancer rising. So for my Cancer suns here, energy you kind of want to play into is, you know, you want to use the 5 energy in numerology during this eclipse season, which is using your emotions or your influence to buy time from being attacked or to draw people into what you're doing. Now, as a Cancer, you already know this. And it's crazy how these numerologies, it's like, if you really get into this astrology shit, like I said, this ain't no, like I said, I pulled my cards off chaos drawing, and numerology, I already know that. So like, it's crazy how all these things work with each other. Because as a Cancer, people think Cancers is weak, but look at like a Cancer like 50 Cent. That's a Cancer who, nigga, he got his emotions all the way in check. You can't get this nigga to do what you want him to do emotionally if you tried your best. Look at his son trying to bait him. He's still joking and trolling because you can't get to him. And that's the superpower of Cancer. They got to deal with emotional changes because they ruled by the moon, and the moon change every day and a half. So that build a superpower. If you use it the right way, you can build that shit as a superpower. So that's using your superpower, using your emotions or your influence to either be emotionally manipulative in a good way though. you could be a motherfucker who always take the high road, always give people their credit, always do shit the way it's supposed to be done, and you come around people and manipulate them to be more like you, and that's bringing more good into the world. You get what I'm saying? So you can be this is the energy of you being emotionally manipulative in a good way. And Cancers already know how to be emotionally adept, so y'all already know how to put yourself ahead that way. You get what I'm saying? So that's what y'all want to do this eclipse season. Use that 5 energy and you be emotionally manipulative in a positive manner. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much all we got for Cancer rising, Cancer in the first house, or Cancer suns. Okay, now if you got Gemini in the first house or Gemini rising, that means you got your new moon going on in your 6th house. So this can prompt a new chapter in your life, and your life related to like day-to-day work, or your day job, health, habit, routines. So it could be a period where you successfully initiate new diet, healthy routines and shit, satisfying work schedules, improve, revamp current ones type shit. So in the weeks ahead, you in strong position to take care of business, handle details, increase efficiency, real shit. So like circumstances around you can force these matters, or like they can really like just motivate and prompt you to like make big changes and shit. So like it's a good time to recognize and honor your limits regarding on how much you can give and do. So like it's really time to it's time to structure your shit and get your shit together. But when you structuring your schedule, the most important thing in making a schedule and making sure that you can sustain the schedule is making sure that you know yourself and know what you can and can't do. You can't, why make a schedule and say, oh, I'm gonna get up every day at 4 a.m. knowing you like to sleep in at 10. So you set yourself up a failure right away. Make the schedule around what you like to do, and then you're gonna stick to that schedule because it's already what you do. You just putting mental parameters on the shit. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta be mindful of that. So you gotta be sure to pace yourself. Don't jump into something without thinking. You know what I'm saying? But a new direction will come, and you don't have to push for the shit. You get what I'm saying? But you'll feel motivated, you know what I'm saying? And you will likely get to a point where you're in charge and confident in what you're doing. So like self-improvement is a high focus right now. It's also common to feel like tuckered out around this time with the eclipse. So, build your energy up slowly. Don't jump into shit too quick. This could be a time where you definitely have like new jobs or new job opportunities, maybe a promotion or a new work schedule. This also gonna be a time where, like I said, you improve in like your health, nutrition, fitness, and not to scare niggas, but this could definitely be a time where something dramatic health-wise can push you towards taking better care of yourself. So like maybe you could say you might be breaking out. I'm gonna try to keep it simple. I ain't gonna go crazy. Let's say like your skin breaking out, and that might prompt you to stop eating sweets or stop eating chocolate or stop eating so late or start taking magnesium or start doing different things that can clear up your skin and taking better care of yourself. You get what I'm saying? So ending bad habits is big right now. If you haven't been dealing with your mental health, that's your most important muscle is your brain. So like taking time for your mental health and making sure, like I said, when you build your new schedule, you taking time, you giving yourself time to just relax for an hour or meditate for 15 minutes just to relax. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to overwork yourself. So like I said, them health concerns can arise from these bad habits to where, like I said, if you eat a lot of junk food, you're gonna start breaking out. Now something dramatic is breaking out. You might have a picture day or something up. Now you breaking out. Now you gotta start, you're gonna have to do something dramatic, but it's gonna push you towards new beginnings, towards taking your diet serious. You know what I'm saying? So you got the North Node in your 12th house. So that's also pushing you towards taking your mental health serious. If you not, that's doubling down on. If you're not taking your mental health, your subconscious seriously, you bound to fall into self-sabotage. And also, you don't want to overwork yourself to where you got work covering up emotional issues or issues concerning shit. Like, you don't want to be a nigga who say you want to lose 10 pounds and then you gonna start working 80-hour work weeks and then be like, oh, I wish I can go to the gym and I'm working 80 hours. Bitch, you can cut down to 60 and do 10 hours a week on working out. It's you choosing to overwork, so you ain't gotta go get your body together. It's gonna fuck yourself up. Only person you can't cheat the ground. The person you cheating is yourself, pimp. You get what I'm saying? So, if you got the new moon happening in your 6th, then you obviously got the eclipse happening in your 12th. So, like I said, it's time to face the music, bro. Like this time for you to take some real precautions. Like I said, with North Node here, folks, you really gotta be easy. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta understand like that you can fall into self-sabotage if you don't get your subconscious in order. setting up your subconscious is one of the most important things you can do for your whole chart and for your whole life. You know what I'm saying? But you can have feelings of loneliness that could arise, but use it to be self-sufficient. Like I said, the 12th house is all about isolating yourself. It's the house of Pisces. It's the house of intuition. It's the house of deep and shit. Not a code shit, but like into like deep spiritual shit. So like, you, instead of feeling lonely, start doing shit for yourself. Start being if you feel lonely, why? Because you need somebody to be emotionally there for you. Be emotionally there for yourself. Well, you need people to entertain you. Entertain yourself. You need people to vent to, man, or journal. Vent to yourself. Learn how to be self-sufficient and stop relying on everybody else for your happiness. That's some bullshit. And you really capping out. You cap the fuck out with that shit. You need to go chill. Like, ain't nobody finna be sitting there trying to toot your horn and make sure you happy. Ain't nobody finna make sure you happy but you, folks. And that's how it's supposed to be. So get your shit together mentally, my nigga, or you're gonna be bound to drizzle out here. Ain't nothing really else to it. You know what I'm saying? Card I pulled was 4 Cups. Now, we know 4 in tarot, that's all about manifestations, foundation, stability. So 4 is in tarot, that really mean like the material completion, and therefore describes the process of manifesting your desires into the material world. And with it being 4 Cups, like I said, Cups are all about intuition. You all know all about, feelings, deep connections. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality. So with the 4 Cups, you could be manifesting, bringing new ways to, new ways of being intuitive. You get what I'm saying? You building new ways to build up your subconscious sector. You know what I'm saying? You finding out, you building up new ways to be emotionally adept for yourself. You get what I'm saying? It's all about manifestation, stability. You know what I'm saying? Foundations. Where you building a foundation. I was just talking about your subconscious is the foundation for your whole body. Everybody ain't gonna be present all 360 days or 60 degrees of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a couple days you wake up and you just not in the mood and you just smoked a couple of blunts and you just out your body a little bit. But when your subconscious is together, even when you out your body, you still stretching, meditating, eating right, taking care of your skin, treating people the right way. You still doing everything you need to be doing to be spiritually adept, even when you not in the reins. That's how you can have a couple glasses of wine and you feel a little sauced up, but you never start saying shit you wouldn't say sober. When your sober mind and your drunk mind can align, then you on your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you on your shit. When your sober mind is saying the same thing your drunk mind with a little slur to it. You get what I'm saying? And not saying we want to get too drunk, but that's what when I'm talking about, I'm just talking about your subconscious, because your subconscious is shit that you do without knowing that you're doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like that's that type of shit. Motherfuckers who, like I said, work out every day because they bitch left them, and they think they gym bros, but they really just emotionally fucked up still. They mad they trying to make up for where they trying to make up and build themselves up for where they bitch pegged them down a couple notches. You know what I'm saying? Or card I pulled was the full moon card, which says take time to relax, recharge, and replenish your inner strength. That's all about with this eclipse in your 12th house. You need to take time to isolate yourself. Get out the way for a minute. Get the fuck out the way and get your mental clarity in order. You get what I'm saying? That I ain't got too much to say on that tip because it's simple. Hold on, cause I'm a little backwards. Where my shit? Okay. No, that's not. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. My bad. I got notes. I got 1,000 different notebooks and shit. I take notes for days to get ready for this shit. Okay, the crystal card I pulled though was the Grosseler card. And I might be mispronouncing that too because I've never seen it, but to me it looked like Grosseler or Grosseler. But this stone is basically part of the Garnet family, so it can re-energize your chakras and then bring balance to those energies. So it resonates a calming energy that is very useful in times of great stress. So hold over your heart and wear as jewelry, making contact with the skin. And this card is really, like I said, with them feelings of loneliness, feeling like it's gonna be a tough road. It's really time to face the music with this transit that you got going on right here. You get what I'm saying? So like through that, you might need this Grosseler stone, put it on your neck, throw it on a little necklace. You know what I'm saying? Or if you ain't got that, just hold it over your heart for a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let it vibe you out a little bit. And kind of use that shit to kind of build you up a little bit esoterically. You know what I'm saying? So you got a little bit of spiritual backing. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got new moon in the 6th house, probably a Gemini rising or got Gemini in the 1st. So Gemini suns, which all energy y'all want to use is the 6th energy, the numerology, just eclipse season, which is utilizing your attention from gifts to further your path, which is using what you got to get what you want energy. You know what I'm saying? So Geminis, y'all know how to do that. Y'all the most changing the sign of all time. Y'all motherfuckers like Ditto in Pokemon. Y'all niggas have become whatever around. Not so much as Libras, but y'all niggas is pretty flaky. But it's flaky in a networking type of way. Y'all kind of move on and grow and move into different sectors and shit. So with this, you want to use what you got to get what you want. So for example, let's say if you a fine ass bitch on Instagram and you sell fucking necklaces. Yeah, you might sell necklaces, but you might want to get dressed and show your ass on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Them might sell more necklaces than any other promo you could buy by using what you got to get to you what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it for like my Gemini 1st house, Gemini risings, and Gemini suns. Okay, now if you got Aries in the 1st house or Aries rising, I mean you got the new moon happening in your 8th house. Which means you got the moon hate to be here, but you got Scorpio in the 8th house, so yeah, you would buckle up, motherfucker. But basically, you know, you got solar eclipse bringing powerful energy to your intimacy and your hidden details, occult sector. So this is a time for empowerment and self-discovery. So it's a time for working on yourself from the inside out, addressing dependencies and issues of support, improving your intimate relationship. If you've been too dependent on others or the opposite, too proud to ask for help, then you will see and feel acutely at this time. You don't want to make changes. You know what I'm saying? So this period ahead is outstanding for focusing on like issues of like, you know, intimacy, shared resources, as well as developing self-mastery skills. So like goals to reduce debt, get support, quit a bad habit, understand the psychological workings behind shit, better favor right now. So you know when eclipse occurs, it's a time for turning over a new leaf in a particular area of life defined in large part by where the eclipse falls. So in the 8th house, you have a chance to see your inner workings new meaningful ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's essential to be patient so that things can unfold naturally. But don't you push for clarity because it's gonna pop on the surface. You ain't gotta worry. You ain't gotta worry about that shit with the 8th house. You know what I'm saying? Energy levels will be usually low around this time, but you gotta build yourself up esoterically. So if you've been holding on too tightly to a relationship or a financial arrangement, it's a time for you to come in terms with dependency, and also a time for you that you might want to ask for more help or more depth if you've been doing the opposite. You get what I'm saying? So basically, you got the North Node in the 2nd house, so you don't want to be relying on other people's money right now. You know what I'm saying? This solar eclipse is basically pushing you towards remembering your worth, remembering you can get out here and get it too. You know what I'm saying? You may have been getting support from different sources, and not all of them support systems starting to dry up and you starting to feel away, like your value is some type of down. But you got to realize that you valuable yourself. So you can, if nobody else want to give you resources, you can go out here and make your own resources. Don't forget that with that 2nd house. So you want to take the reins and stop waiting to be saved with this energy here. You want to prioritize self and making your own path. You want to create your own reality here. Stop letting other people who control your resources or make a decisions for you do that. You know what I'm saying? Take the reins and do your own shit. So you want to release obsessive tendencies as well with this type of energy. Now, if you got the new moon happening in your 8th house, that means you got the eclipse happening in your 2nd house. So I mean, you got the eclipse aspect in your 2nd house. So making money and being able to manage it builds self-esteem. So one of the best ways to build value when you feeling like your value is dwindling, when these people resources that you've been using are drying up, is to make your own money and be able to manage your own money. That's the best way to build self-esteem in this reality. So you can shift your income and take your power back with that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Card I pulled was the 5 of Cups. We know the 5, that's all about conflict, change, instability. 5's in tarot is a necessary evil. You get what I'm saying? Like on your path to 9, which is attainment, you're gonna have to deal with some 5s. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is about just understanding that it's a fork in the road and having to make some difficult decisions and make some difficult calls on bettering yourself on your journey. You get what I'm saying? So with the 5 of Cups, you know, Cups is all about emotional emotions, deep feelings, intuitions, shit like that. So with the Five of Cups, that means understanding that emotionally you're gonna be feeling like worthless right now because you got, like I said, with this new moon in your eighth house, you're gonna start to feel like, damn, you know, these people, all these people. I used to have my parents used to pay my fucking rent, and now they cutting me off because I smoke. They tired of me doing. I don't do what now they cutting me off because I ain't go to college for what they wanted me to go to college for. Now I gotta make my own money. But when you start making your own money, being your own value up, you'll never call your parents again. Not even to chat it up, because you'll be like, man, I'm my own person. You know what I'm saying? You don't need their validation anymore. So that's the power that you can get to. But you need this Five of Cups. You need to go through these type of trials and tribulations to get to attainment. You get what I'm saying? Or card I pulled is the Owl card, which says a crisis situation can make you have important revelations, which is basically what I'm saying. Like I said, it's a point in time where you could be having a financial crisis or you used to having finances from other sources, other people's money, and those sources is drying up. So it can have you the crisis be, oh, now I gotta do this shit myself. Card or crystal card I pulled was the this one, I'm gonna butcher this name, but it's like, I think it's the rhodochrosite. But it helps you face each day with a positive attitude, and it can help you express feelings in a positive way. It also can open up lines of communication without fear. So this is a powerful tool with anyone who has difficulty expressing themselves. And this is one of the things. This card goes well with building up your self-esteem and putting yourself into better emotional arenas to do shit for yourself. You get what I'm saying? So you know, that's really what we want to use that card for. You know, we don't want to sell ourselves short and be out here hustling backwards. So like, you can use that crystal to kind of build your self-esteem up spiritually a little bit for you too. Now, let me see here. What we got? So, if you got new moon in the eighth house, hi. If you got new moon in the eighth house, then you got either Aries rising or Aries in the first house. So for my Aries sun's energy, you want to use is that 8 numerology energy this eclipse season, which is understanding time and learning how to be patient. And for Aries, any Aries suns out here, any Aries suns I know, y'all whole problem is y'all move too fucking fast. I'm sure, trust me, a lot of things that we like learn in this life is because of Aries. I'm sure the first person that died from jumping off a cliff in human history was an Aries. He just jumped off that motherfucker. And everybody else was looking, Virgos and shit, looking like, oh shit, that nigga like his whole bones done crushed. Nigga, damn, that nigga dead as fuck. Let's write that down. If you fall from high distance, you die. Okay. Thanks, Aries, because now we know not to do that shit. So yeah, sometimes you can jump first and create some new shit. And also you can jump first and kill yourself. So you want to play that energy safe. So understanding the 8 energy, Aries who can understand and use the numerology 8 energy during this eclipse season, y'all can put yourself so ahead because y'all start shit with such a passion. Y'all the flame that starts shit. So y'all start shit with so much vigor, but it dwindles down over time after y'all start, especially if y'all not getting the results that y'all would like. If y'all start something with so much energy and y'all not getting the reaction or the results that y'all think y'all deserve, y'all will easily start dwindling down energy on that shit. And that with this, y'all want to kind of work opposite with that. With this A energy, be patient. Understand time is a construct, and everything takes time to build. Everything don't happen overnight. And the shit that you really want to keep is shit that's like that it takes a while to build because it takes foundation. You get what I'm saying? So as an Aries sun, understanding the 8 numerology energy can really put you ahead during this solar eclipse. You know what I'm saying? Put you in some plays to win. And that's pretty much all I got for you niggas on that. So that's Aries first house, Aries rising, Aries suns. Okay, now if you got Taurus in the first house or Taurus rising, that means you got the new moon going through your 7th house right now. Now we know the 7th house, that's all about relationships and shit, like personal relationships, one-on-ones. So negotiations and one-on-one relationships obviously gonna be highlighted in the next coming weeks. So it could be a time for new relationships or redefining existing ones. Like, you know, it's really breakup with Saturn, with the new moon conjunct Saturn, is really breakup energy. But it's really like it's breakup energy if you like and I'm talking about friend breakups too. Like this could be a time where you just breaking ties with relationships that no longer serve what you're trying to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, If you've been holding on too tightly to a problematic relationship, then circumstances now might push the matter similar to like this eclipse can nudge you forward if you've been avoiding someone or expressing your relationship needs type shit. So the months ahead are important ones in exploring your partnerships, with whether this is about significant relationships, committing to or enhancing existing ones, or recognizing changing needs regarding relationships on dependencies and shit like that. So you want to take action when it feels right. And making contacts or making something public can be things for some of the shit that you do in the next couple weeks. You get what I'm saying? North Node in the first house is making you have to value yourself more. So like I said, it's really breakup energy because the North Node is pushing you towards, you know, showing more of yourself, putting more of your personal shit on the forefront. So it's okay to give people the same energy that they give you. If you were always feeling like you the friend that everybody call and ask to help out, and then when you call and ask for some help, nobody help you, it's cool to hit them niggas with a little bit of energy. Because a lot of times people get friend bullied, and that's like, say you got a friend that don't speak up for themselves, so you'll be like, oh, can you help me do this? Can you help me take drop? You just say, oh, can you help me move? And you'll be like, oh yeah, sure. And then when you need help moving, everybody flake you out multiple times. They always got an excuse. And then when they call you and ask you to move, and you tell them like, no, I'm not really trying to help you move. You played me last time. They be like, damn, where this energy coming from? You acting different. You acting unusual, bro. Like, it'd be like, you gotta tell the nigga like, no, I'm just valuing myself more. I'm not trying to be revengeful or spiteful. I'm just valuing myself more, which means giving people the same energy that they're giving you. You get what I'm saying? So that's the real theme right now with that 7th house new moon. Now with the eclipse going on in your first, that could be shaking up your appearance, or you could be changing up your looks pretty drastically. Like I said, you could have something happen to where either you lost a bunch of weight. Let's say you lost a whole bunch of weight. You lost 40, 50 pounds. You don't fit none of your clothes. That's pretty dramatic. So this might be a time where you just go get a whole new wardrobe now, because like I said, you don't fit none of your old clothes. Saturn in the 10th house could be bringing a lot of pressure and restriction in your career. So, and that could be because you got Uranus in your first house. So where Uranus and North Node in your first house, both of those could be making you do like I said, doing a lot of things differently personally. And that could be having the wrong effect on your 10th house. So how you remedy this is you pay attention to your 2nd house and the shit that you value, and then you work your way up from 2nd to 6th to 10th. But you know, that's totally different. You have to get a reading to get all into all of that shit. But with that Saturn in the 10th, don't take your career too harshly right now, because you got Saturn up there restricting it. And it's more important for you to live your truth and be your true self than to be successful in career at this moment in time. You get what I'm saying? Oracle card, tarot card I pulled was the Tower card, which is all about destruction, collapse, sudden change. It's all about seeing what needs to be fixed and fixing it. You know what I'm saying? It's about pointing out the problem. And that's with these relationships and your partnerships. Like I said, if you're not ending a relationship, you can be ending bad tendencies in them. If you got a person that's overly dependent on you, or you overly dependent on them, or they not there for you, or you're not there for them, this could be a time where you point out that you see the issue from afar and you handle that shit. That's what the Tower card is all about. Seeing something and destroying it, because you can't have a birth without destruction. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what the Tower card hitting for. And with the Hair card, it says it's an auspicious time for new beginnings, which means it could be a weary time, but it's a good time for new beginnings, like I said. But that's just all about the eclipse energy. Something dramatic is pushing us towards new beginnings. The crystal card I pulled is the Bronzite card, which says the main power of this stone is restoring harmony, peace, and bringing balance to your spiritual being. So this helps wash away the past and motivates you to start planning a bright future. Bronzite breaks down the physical static, stopping you from moving on. And this stone can help you give the push to burn some of them bridges or cancel some of them personal relationships you got with people that's not serving you personally. You get what I'm saying? So that's just a push forward. Now, if you a Taurus sun here, because you probably a Taurus rising or got Taurus in the first house if you got the 7th house new moon. If you a Taurus sun, energy you want to use is the 7 numerology energy this eclipse season. So we're seeing things to what they are and obtaining information. So this is all about, with you Taurus suns, it's all about paying attention to the details, almost on some Virgo shit, but you seeing things for what they truly are. You get what I'm saying? So you can act accordingly. If you got a motherfucker if you letting people put the blindfold over your eyes and tell you piss on you and tell you it's raining, then you lost in the sauce. But if you can see through the bullshit and see the exact the inner workings and why shit is what it is, you can have a lot more control over what you can do, and it can help you build more stability. As a Taurus sun, we all know y'all niggas want to build stability. So using this 7 energy is the best way for you to do it during this solar eclipse energy. You get what I'm saying? Now that's pretty much all we got for my Taurus suns, Taurus first house, Taurus risings. Okay, now if you got if you're a Pisces rising, or Pisces in the first house, that means you got the new moon happening in your 9th house. So you got this eclipse happening in your sector of that rules your spirit to grow, explore, expanding beyond the regular experiences in life. You know what I'm saying? So this can bring invigorating events to your life that serve to nudge you out of your usual routine. So you are making a break from the past in some manner, helping clear the path for future growth and development. So this may there may be a chance to broaden your horizons through education, life experience, or adventure. It also could be merging opportunities to publish or promote your work type shit, share your ideas, and enjoy mind expanding experiences that can enhance your perspective. Meeting important people through these endeavors is possible too. Teacher-like figures. In the areas of publishing, promotion, travel, adventure, belief systems, world cultures, higher education, law, if appropriate to your current conditions, there could be new beginnings and advancements of focus and shit. Transportation issues could be in focus too, with the new avenues opening up for getting out and about. This eclipse could bring you in contact with lawyers, professors, or publicists. It's a good time for exploring the world or new perspectives with friends. So the period ahead is excellent for discovering or expressing your needs for exploration, traveling, and learning new horizons, and also spiritual brain food. So this can be a time for significantly advancing with new adventures type shit. So you could be letting go of certain belief systems, or you could have obsessive spiritual tendencies here, to where you could be going overboard with the spirituality. Actually, you want to go, like I said, you want to actually go interact with your world a little bit. You want to go experience, like the 9th house is about the Sagittarius house, the Jupiter house. It's about experiences and expanding your perspective. The best way to expand your perspective is actually go experience some life. You get what I'm saying? Like that's probably the best thing that you can do. Now, if you got the new moon in your 9th house, that means you got the eclipse aspect in your 3rd house. So you can a big thing here is you can be finding wisdom in your community. You ain't got to go far out. When I'm telling you go experience life to get a better perspective, that can literally be going outside your doorstep and walking down the block. You don't gotta go far. You can find wisdom in your local community if you look. Your 3rd house is all about your local community, or people that's close to you, close friends, siblings, shit like that. So you want to use Uranus in your 3rd house that can bring unusual ways of communication. Like I said, you might not know none of your neighbors' numbers, but you might just get outside and just start walking around a block till you see them outside, to come pop outside and then start talking to them. So you want to also speak your truth here with Uranus there. But like I said, also take a local walk. Like I said, get out in your local community, and that's going to be all the experiences that you need right now. Tarot card I pulled was the 4 of Swords in reverse. Now, 4 in tarot is all about the grounded energy, but in reverse, it's like a lack of grounding, a lack of understanding, a lack of foundation. Swords, that's all about connections, communication, ideas, thoughts. It's air. So you can be having a lack of grounding thoughts, like you're not really sure on what you on ideas and thoughts that you got, which is why with the 4 of Swords, it's okay that you got that reverse, but the reason why you feel like that is because you need to go out and experience life more. You do have to go out and put yourself in your local community and experience a little bit more, because you lack understanding right now. You lack ideas and thoughts, and you lack that because you probably been so caught up in the mundane and maybe spirituality or religion or teaching or learning or education or college or any type of higher learning sector, and you've been so ingrained in that you haven't went outside and took a walk, or you haven't went to your local park, or you haven't talked to nobody in your community, or you haven't hit up none of your close friends. And as soon as you do that, you're gonna find yourself having a lot better footing. You get what I'm saying? Oracle card I pulled was the Moon and Scorpio card, which says negative attitudes and fiery arguments are possible at this time, but you want to channel your energies into positive physical activities like decorating or gardening. Going out in your garden might be the best way that you can like find unusual ways of talking to your neighbor, because y'all might both they might be in the backyard taking out the trash. You might be in the back fucking with your gardens. They might y'all might spark up a conversation. Hey man, what's them petunias over there? Oh no, these heirloom tomatoes, bro. I'm actually got something that's fun. So if you actually need tomatoes, hit me up, bro. I gotta be having extras and shit. I know the kids eat fruit, blah blah blah. Now y'all cool. That's an unusual way, using Uranus in your third house to build communication. Moon and Scorpio cards just kind of further bringing that home. You can gain some ground in that way. Or a crystal card I pulled was the topaz card, which is a stone that has an incredible amount of energy and can direct, and you can direct it with pinpoint accuracy. So it sheds light on your life and your life path, and lets you clearly it lets you see clearly your mistakes and how to achieve your goals. So it brings self-trust and an abundance of confidence. Everything in your life looks clearer with this stone. So having this stone on you when you go out to your local community can really be useful for you understanding and being able to pinpoint and direct your energy to figure out where you want to have these interactions at. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you got the new moon in the ninth house, more likely you're a Pisces rising or got Pisces in the first. So Pisces sun signs, what y'all want to do is y'all want to utilize this 9 energy this eclipse season. 9 energy is all about understanding wisdom and not missing out on experiences by overthinking. You get what I'm saying? So understanding wisdom, that's basically about understanding past experience. That's why people say you can't never know where you're going till you know your past. Understanding your past is having wisdom and learning from past mistakes or past experiences. So you understanding wisdom is pretty much that. Looking into past experiences that you've had and how you've grown and how you work around it and how you've changed. Understanding that is understanding wisdom. Also, you also want to not miss out on life experiences by overthinking shit. Sometimes as a Pisces, y'all can get lost in the sauce to where y'all just always in y'all heads, y'all not physically here. And sometimes you just got to give your body a little thrust, you know what I'm saying, to get yourself physically out here so you don't miss out on experiences being lost in your head as a Pisces sun. You get what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I got for Pisces rises, Pisces in the first house, and our Pisces sun this one. Okay, now if you got Aquarius in the first house or Aquarius rising, then you got the new moon happening in your 10th house. So that's bringing, with this eclipse is bringing heightened awareness into your standing in society, your professional goals, shit like that, your professional public sector, they say. So there could be feelings of excitement, of uneasiness, depending on how you handle change or surrounding your career, your reputation, how people perceive you, your life path, shit like that, your midhaven. So there can be an initial feeling of being stuck, blocked, underappreciated, or uncertain for your next step. But from now on, however, you're in great shape to develop new business plans and goals after you get past this. Like I said, dramatic events pushing us into new beginnings. So like changes in work focus, life direction, bosses, authority figures, reputation, or your own authority can like really occur right now in the next coming months. So it's really a time for focusing on your personality. Make sure that you are projecting it into your career or society with an eye for improvement. So significant shifts in how others see you can occur. So there can be some recognition for your accomplishments coming up too. So you can be more actively aware like that you need to bring like structure that added structure or rules into your life that might decide to improve your performance or general practices to how you follow shit. This is also a phase where you are exceptionally busy with career and public responsibilities type shit. So it's also a time for balance at home and career because, like I said, you got the eclipse aspect in your 4th house. So the same goes for the motherfuckers who had the new moon in their 4th. They still it was both. It was a work at home life balance type shit. It's the other sector of the shit. So like you want to allow for changes within your career. You also want to find value with career and how people perceive you, to where you want to like make sure that this is why it's important to get your 2nd house in order, because by the time you get to your 10th house, it's almost too late because people have already built up their perception on how they see you putting in the work in the 6th house. So you want to be important that you planting good seeds, so that because you probably could be moving into a new career path right now. But wherever you move, you want to make sure that it really represents what you believe and what you stand for. So you want to make sure that you put yourself, your own persona into your career. But you don't want to really tie your value into your work. So like if you're a motherfucker who sell insurance and you on a slump to where you're not really making that many sales these next couple weeks, you don't want to make it seem like, oh, I'm a terrible salesman or I'm terrible in my career. And then you don't want to really tie your value into what you do at work. You know what I'm saying? Separate the home and life and work life. When you leave work, leave that shit at work. So like I said, you got the eclipse aspect in your 4th house. So disruption could arise in the home, especially with Saturn in the 1st house, Mercury in the 10th house. Stress between home and work could be really going on. Like I said, Saturn could be restricting your personal self to where you feeling like you ain't got enough time for yourself, or enough you can't really put enough. It's a lot of restrictions on yourself. You probably can't dress how you want to. You probably can't look how you want to. You might work somewhere where you can't even have a mustache and all types of. You can't wear your hair how you want to. You can't do a lot. You can't put your personality into a lot of shit you're doing because it's getting restricted by Saturn. And then with Mercury in the 10th house, that could be bringing a lot of mental capacity and like a lot of mental stresses in the career. You know what I'm saying? And also dealing with the home life. Like I said, it could be pretty chaotic right now. So you really want to find a good balance and try to stroke that ego right there. But just like you want to allow for changes in career, you want to allow changes for in the home as well. Like I say, it's building a balance. So if you giving one too much energy to the other one, you got to find a way to work with both of them. Tarot card I pulled was the 10 of Swords, I believe. I have to check because I was hot. Yeah, 10 of Swords. We know 10 in tarot is all about ending of cycles, completion, and renewal. So 10s represent the start of a new cycle. So 10s can therefore be seen as the transitional period between the old and the new, between 9 and 1. 10 sits there as the number that usually, and it's usually like that because in numerology 10 don't exist. It's 1 through 9. You get what I'm saying? So in numerology 10 would just be 1 again. But here in tarot, it represents the transitional phase between death and beginning. You get what I'm saying? So you know, with the 10 of Swords, you could be having it, like I said, this could be a transitional period for your mind to where you're thinking of you transitioning into new thought patterns, new ideas, new ways of connection. You know what I'm saying? New ways of communicating. Before you start a new journey, like I said, things gonna get rough here first. You probably gonna be overwhelmed in a home or with career, or be too restricted personally, and that's gonna push you into a new avenue. But once you do get into that new avenue, then it'll be a brand new journey for you to start wherever you want to be. You get what I'm saying? Oracle card I pulled was the half the full moon, which says embracing high levels of motivation and energy will bring feelings of empowerment and satisfaction. And like I said, starting off, you may feel emotionally drained, especially with this with the solar eclipse. They just draining, period. I was supposed to do this video last night. I got high and passed out after I got off 2K. Then got dubbed on 2K. I fell asleep, and right after I ain't even smoke again. I fell asleep just right off the back. I ain't eat or nothing. I ate earlier, but neither. But with the half the full moon oracle card, high levels of motivation. You get what I'm saying? After you feel like you've been overwhelmed, you're gonna feel like once you start to build up esoteric energy, you're gonna be highly motivated to work out and balance out this home and career sector, and throw a little bit of your little, after you learn hard lessons in the first house, you're gonna be able to throw a little bit more of your persona in there too. You know what I'm saying? Throw a little sauce on there. Crystal card I pulled was the Symbiote card, or the Symbiote. I can't pronounce it good, but it's Symbiote or Symbiote. It's a stone. It's a orange and black stone. It almost looks like amber a little bit. But it emits a warm, powerful energy, and it has been known to wake up the chakras and provide motivation. So holding this hand during meditation seems to lift the spirit out of the fog of everyday life. And this is how you can kind of slowly but surely build up your esoteric energy. Take 15 minutes a day to meditate with this stone, and it's gonna slowly build up your esoteric energy to be at a place to where you actually can, have the energy to get your shit together. You get what I'm saying? And If you got new moon in the 10th house, you're probably an Aquarius rising, or at least got Aquarius in the first house. So for my Aquarius sons, which is myself, you wanna embody that one energy. You get what I'm saying? Which is using loneliness to build self-sufficiency. You want to be selfish and individual, and use individuality in a good way, to where you putting yourself first so you can help out other people. You get what I'm saying? You doing for yourself. It's like the when you on an airplane, they be like, put your mask on first and then put your kid mask on. They telling you, because if you panicking and you hyperventilating and you pass the fuck out, you won't be. Now both of y'all finna die. Because this nigga definitely know how to put his mask on. So it's a reason why you put your mask on first, then you put their mask on. You know what I'm saying? This is that type of energy with the one energy. Save yourself first so you can save other people, Aquarius. Aquarius, I know you love to be, you love to uplift community and break traditions and be different and be an alien. But put yourself first so you in the right position to lead other people and so when you do something first, you're not leading people to doing stupid ass shit. All right, Aquarius, that's what we're working on during this eclipse season. Now, that's all I got for Aquarius in the first house, Aquarius rising, and my Aquarius sons. Okay, now if you got Capricorn rising or Capricorn in the first house, that means you got the new moon transit in your 11th house. Now, we know 11th house, that's all about making contacts, reaching out to others. You know what I'm saying? Social circles, the future, breaking traditions, all that type of shit. You know, over the next coming weeks, circumstances is gonna clear a path for new beginnings, mainly related for how you fit in with friends in your community. So with this eclipse occurring in your social sector, you can become more acutely aware of your position in life within the context of social circles or groups, rather than through self-centered focus. So goals that involve networking, making connections with others through social media and technology, or joining or strengthening ties in a group project or activity, and nurturing goodwill are all focuses during this cycle, you know what I'm saying, with this lunation. So some level of drama may be present now, as the eclipse can serve to shake up your social life to pave the way for meaningful changes. In some cases, friends enter or leave your life during this period. However, it's a time for positive improvement. So you want to focus on friendships right now. So it also can bring control issues to the light. But you want to learn how to let go a little bit. But really here, you're going to be certain dramatic events, and dramatic can be whatever you make it. But certain events or circumstances going to push us into new friendships. So certain friendships that can be draining or competitive, or that you're not really getting nothing out of, is going to start to dwindle out and die down. And you're going to start to use, finding your tribe a little bit more, and finding people that you can fuck with and vibe with a little bit more. You get what I'm saying? That you really don't got a real friend you ain't competing with. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're in competition with them, if it's not like, even that's y'all motivating each other, but really like, it's like a friendly competition. If you really like get together and y'all kind of like make slick comments about each other, it's a lot of friends who not really friends. You get what I'm saying? Y'all just people who do the same shit, make the same money, do some of the same shit, and hang out in the same sector. So now y'all associates and shit. Yeah, you kind of want to stop the energy of trying to keep up with the Joneses. You get what I'm saying? Like, you always got friends that, like, if you a nurse and all your other friends is nurses, but you like to be into spirituality and like to do like and like to take care of your emotional well-being, and all they want to do is drink and go out and party, that don't mean you kick it with them just because y'all all nurses and y'all all make the same money. You don't want to keep up with the Joneses. Just because you're not going out don't mean you ain't got no money. Or even if you don't got no money, that don't mean you lesser than what they got. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you got the eclipse, if you got the new moon in your 11th, you got the eclipse aspect in your 5th house. So you want to do things because they make you feel good. And you don't want to worry about what people really say negative about you. Because with Uranus here, you could be having very unusual ways of self-expression. And it could be making people, it could be making, and this is where, this could aspect to where this could be the thing. You could be having weird ass ways. Let's say you play the game. Everybody play 2K and you in here playing fucking baseball. You playing here playing a baseball game, or you in here playing Fortnite or Avengers game, superhero game, and everybody hopping in the chat like, damn bro, we all playing 2K. Why you come playing 2K with us? You weird. And you like, I like to play this. You get what I'm saying? So you expressing yourself in an unusual manner, but you still having self-expression. This is what you really want to do. This can push you towards situations to where you find that other people that play the same games as you, or you find other people that express themselves the same way differently as you and accept you for who you are. So you ain't got to try to fit into no kind of social constructs or these social groups that niggas try to make out. You get what I'm saying? Okay. The tarot card I pulled for this house was the Emperor card, which is all about creating structure, having authority. You get what I'm saying? And it's like the King of the Castle card. You get what I'm saying? You set the plays, you set everything up in motion, but when you can't do that when you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You are the Joneses that's trying to be kept up with. You get what I'm saying? So like, you don't need to be going around here trying to do what these niggas doing and trying to fuck around with this bitch doing. Focus on yourself. Build your own esoteric castle up and live in it like the king. And make people get what you on low. Make people come to your level. Meet people on make people meet you on your level. Don't stop coming down and streaking yourself down to fit into other people's social constructs. Make people come and get into your castle and fit into your castle. That's how you find your tribe. You get what I'm saying? Moon oracle card I pulled with it was the Moon in Aquarius, surprisingly, which says the time is right for celebrating life, making the most of parties, gatherings, and other social opportunities. With the eclipse aspect in your 5th house, like I said, this is a time for doing things because they make you feel good, not because your friends do it. If all your friends do is get together and play spades, but you want to play Monopoly, that means you stop going to play spades and you go find somebody who having a game night playing Monopoly, or you download Monopoly on your Xbox and play with people online. You get what I'm saying? You do things because they make you feel good and you can celebrate life and you don't have to fit into other people's constructs. You get what I'm saying? The crystal card I pulled was the azurite card, which is a stone that shakes up and wakes up your 3rd eye and your crown chakra. So once awakened by this high frequency stone, it can become one linked in harmony. So used with meditation, it can make you more aware and open to open your mind to astral projection or inner visions, which can further show you your path, or further show you that you have been holding on to friendships or social constructs or social media habits that no longer serve you. So using that stone in meditation can kind of thrust you and push you into new beginnings and new aspects that you need to be exploring. Now, if you got new moon in your 11th house, you probably a Capricorn rising or got Capricorn in your 1st house. So for all my Capricorn sons here, we want to use that 2 energy, which is killing them with kindness, letting people overly aggressive, overly volatile demeanor burn themselves up, and then you win by default. Rope-a-dope method. You get what I'm saying? If motherfuckers doing too much or they a little too aggressive around you, let the motherfuckers burn themselves out, and then you win by default. Let them, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get in the mud with them. You take the high road. Watch how the universe play out and put rewardable situations in your atmosphere when you play with that 2 energy in numerology this eclipse season. You get what I'm saying? That's all I got for you, Capricorn 1st house, Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun niggas. Okay, now if you got new moon in your 12th house, then you either Sagittarius rising or got Sagittarius on the 1st house. So out the gate, you know what I'm saying, it's going to launch a period of review, letting go, recharging your spiritual, emotional, and subconscious batteries. So this eclipse encourages you to put certain outdated ventures or situations behind you. Also may be a time for withdrawal and retreating to a social sense. More of a soul searching type of vibe. Also seeking out emotional peace of mind. So you do for extra time for yourself or isolation. If you've been neglecting your psychic, your spiritual, emotional needs, then circumstances gonna push you to pay attention to your inner workings now. So if you like I said, if you've been putting off mental health and your subconscious and meditation and your dreams, then you're gonna probably have a little breakdown that's gonna make you have to deal with that shit. So it can be a flooding of energies around the time with this eclipse, which can be a little disorienting, but going forward, you'll get a stronger sense of what changes need to be made. So if you require solitude, then you'll find ways to get it. If there have been toxic connections to your path, then you'll be figuring out how to break ties. If you've been giving yourself too much of your own detriment, then there'll be a time for more dedicated attention to your emotional and spiritual needs over the next coming weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's also a time for giving more time and personal need for or giving more time to a person in need or a major cause. Buried or neglected issues can demand your attention, and working on these paths working on these can pave a road of future success and happiness. So, you got those bad habits that you've been cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Those got to come to an end. It's a great time to sober up and have mental clarity. When I say sober up, maybe not stay off the weed, but maybe stay off the lean, maybe stay off the erkies, maybe stay off the drink. You know what I'm saying? Maybe stop sipping so much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so you can have a little bit of mental clarity. Maybe stop getting so high. You know what I'm saying? You be smoking just to get a little high so you can have just mental clarity. So you could be using relationships as self-sabotage right now. So you want to isolate yourself. You could be out here kicking it with whoever can kick it with you, because you scared to be by yourself, and you scared to be by yourself because you got some revelations to face, and you running from them. So you want to move away from escapism with that 12th house energy. You want to shore up your schedule, and with South Node in the 12th house, like I said, you want to get back to your roots. You get what I'm saying? And like to your South Node here, that means you want to use past life energy to kind of guide you right now. Now, you also got the eclipse aspect in your 6th house, which means work tensions could arise right now. You also could have daily routines that ground you mentally, which means something like putting yourself on a schedule or doing yoga in the morning or always starting your day with a light jog. Be things that can really ground you mentally, because it can have routine is one of the things that can help you start to build up your esoteric and your mental stability. You get what I'm saying? The tarot card I pulled was the Princess or the Page of Swords, which is all about, being direct and not really arguing with people. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause the Princess or Page of Swords card is basically the energy of, if you feel like you need to isolate yourself to build your mental clarity, you don't owe nobody no explanation. Be direct. Don't escape it. If you've been, like I said, if you've been kicking it with people and hanging out with people just because you scared to face the music, then when they hit you up to hang out, let them know, like, yeah, man, I ain't really trying to hang out right now, bro. I got to do some meditation. I got to get myself together right now. Be honest. Be open, direct. Because if you don't, you're going to leave yourself open to interpretation, and it's going to be fucking with you. You get what I'm saying? So you want to be open, direct, and as honest as you can be right now about what you got to do. And what you need to do is get your mental clarity and get your subconscious in order. Oracle card I pulled was the Wolf card, which says, beware of letting your wilder instincts spin out of control. Like I said, you can go the opposite. Instead of you building mental clarity, you can go further down the rabbit hole and be getting even more drunk. You can be popping even more pills. You could be hanging out with even more people, getting into even more relationships, all because you want to run away from the fact. But if you do that, the solar eclipse, you're gonna be setting yourself up to drown, folks. You're gonna be bound to drown for sure. A crystal card I pulled was the Tiger's Eye, which says place this power stone on the third eye during meditation, and the high vibrations from Earth and the Sun enhances psychic abilities. So this has been carried as a protective amulet for centuries, so it can bring courage and energies that the spirit and balance the chakras. You get what I'm saying? So this is a good, Tiger's Eye is good to have on you when you're facing this spiritual journey and this mental clarity journey that you're about to be on for the next couple months with this solar eclipse going aspecting your 12th and your 6th house. Now, if you got this new moon in your 12th house, then you're more likely a Sagittarius rising or got Sagittarius in the 1st house. So the numerology you want to use during this eclipse season, if you're a Sagittarius sun, is the 3 numerology, which is all about using hard lessons to create wisdom over time, and also using your surroundings and your point of view to see the inner workings of shit, to see the truth behind matters. You get what I'm saying? So Sagittarius, y'all already kind of are truth seekers. You get what I'm saying? So y'all already kind of play that role a little bit. But where y'all need to work at is that using hard lessons to create wisdom over time. Sagittarius, a lot of times, Sag Suns, y'all are the luckiest sign. I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but the facts are the facts. Y'all ruled by Jupiter, y'all are the luckiest signs. A lot of times, y'all Sagittarius Suns are born into favorable circumstances. Or even if y'all not, y'all just have favorable things come out in y'all life. It ain't nothing to hate on, it ain't nothing to be mad about or nothing. It's just what happened. It is what it is for Sagittarius Suns. So this numerology is going to be really hard for y'all to use because y'all don't learn from past mistakes. A lot of times life saves y'all ass, so y'all don't have to learn through going through hard lessons. The life just kind of take y'all out the darkness. So you have to really be keen and use your mental aptitude to deep dive into, learn, listen, look back on some of the harshest lessons that you learned in the past, and use those to create wisdom for your future going forward this eclipse season. And you will put yourself in a lot of favorable outcomes to be rewarded this season. Now that's all I got for you niggas on for my Sag in this first house, Sag risings, and my Sagittarius suns this month.